Hello, my friends, and welcome back. The most entitled fat activist ever, JaeBae, has recently accused someone in her life of physically harming her, as well as many other very bad things. She made several posts and videos telling everybody how bad it was and asking for their help and whatnot. Then recently, a lot of us have come to find that JaeBae was actually arrested. Today, we're going to be looking a little bit more into this matter and see if JaeBae was the one actually harming somebody else. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache. By the way, I got this from Michelle McDaniel's video, so it's kind of chopped up. I hope you're okay with that, Michelle.
I did not want to have to do this. I've tried to figure out what I was meant to do, and today something happened that I cannot allow to happen to anybody else. You know my abuse. I don't know what's going to happen from here, but the police are on their way. They're 15 minutes out. I will let you know when I can what happens, okay? But I need you guys to know I'm safe, and there's lots of things you will learn. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for giving me the courage and the strength to do this. But most of all, I have to thank God, because I would not be alive had today not played out the way you will understand one day, I promise.
Okay. I hope this doesn't turn out to all be fake.
For now, I'm gonna be gone, and I don't know how long I'm going to be gone, but please know that I am safe. I'm here. I'm alive. I have a case number now. I'm working on filing a protective order.
You have a case number because you got arrested, from what I've read.
I'm not getting a whole lot of help. I'm all by myself because I'm stranded. I see that the perpetrator, that I will not name here just for legal purposes and safety purposes.
Is this about Jake, dude? That dude that she was with recently that was always pushing her around in a wheelchair? Did he sometimes decide to not push you around in that wheelchair? Arrest him immediately. By the way, I'm not trying to make light of people like getting abused or whatever.
Is now falsely spreading information. I'm going to allow the police to handle it.
Okay, so she's accusing him, or whoever the heck, of falsely spreading information.
His family is now threatening me. I have all the documentation. When you hear the story, you will understand why. It is by the grace of God that I am alive. I've been trying to remain steadfast in this and strong, and I am. I'm very firm in what I believe. I know what happened to me. I have all of it documented.
Okay, you have all the documents? It's a piece of paper that you wrote, "No, for real, man." And I'm not trying to make light of anybody that's been in any sort of domestic situation or anything like that at all. Based on the types of lies and manipulations that we've seen from this person in the past, I have a hard time believing them. And spoiler alert, when I look at the arrest records later, it's not going to be somebody else that was arrested, it was JaeBae. But we'll get to that in a moment. So before you start saying that I'm a terrible person for not believing her, she's the one that got arrested. So just hang in there, we're going to get to that part. If that part didn't come later, then maybe my speculation would be inappropriate. But that part comes later, so hang in there.
The police department didn't help. I've called every resource they have.
I know. I hate it when I call the police and then they arrest me. You know? Like, hey, man, you guys are supposed to be arrested here. What the heck?
Very aggressive towards me. You know how the police are. Towards African-American people like myself. I'm not going to tag them. I don't really know how else to get safety. The police are definitely failing me. I've talked to a sergeant. I've talked to multiple officers.
Damn the police.
Everything I've been asked to do, they have done nothing.
All right, so that was a little bit of JaeBae talking about the situation. Now we're going to be taking a look at a clip of JaeBae getting upset at one of her friends for offering some advice. This is from Annette with Love, Fat Girls Traveling. To JaeBae, hey boo, I see you going through it. I'm sending you a big hug and asking you to put the phone down. You're sharing too much, babe. I know you don't want to feel like you're going through stuff alone, but you are. That's life. When shit hits the fan, we realize that the only one that will take care of us is us. I know we're not super close, but as someone in community with you and someone that has been through a lot, everything is not for public consumption. I agree, we don't need to be uploading videos of us crying about stuff every 10 minutes, especially while you're in it. Some stuff could just be text like, is anyone available in X area on X day? But watching your stories, it looks like you're spiraling, babe. Please put your phone down. I love you. Okay, that's a good text from somebody that actually cares about you. I could have used that text several times in my life. We could have all used that text. It's all like, yo, I know you're going through it. Put the phone down, dude. You're going to make a fool of yourself while you're feeling all these emotions and stuff. Basically, let's see how JaeBae responded.
However, there are some community members I'm going to have to tell you about when I do come back. And Annette Richmond of Fat Girls Traveling and Fat Girls Travel and Trips, who I've been associated with in the past, I need you to know publicly, I don't associate with her.
Okay. Yeah, this is her just like spiraling. That person was right. Like, you're just mad. You're just mad. And you want everybody to know how mad you are, which I would recommend not doing. Because later on, when you're not that mad, you're going to look at this stuff and be like, dang it, I made a fool of myself. You know what I mean? All the times in my life when I've made the biggest fool of myself was when I was mad. You know what I mean? Like, seriously.
She knows what she said to me.
She knows what she did. Annette, what are you doing? What do you mean not everything is for public consumption? Put your phone down. I love you. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Just when you think you know a person and you think that they're your friend. Shh. Annette Richmond. Shh. No, I'm just kidding. Annette Richmond, you sound like a homie, dude.
She knows what she accused me of. I have proof.
Okay, she knows what she accused me of. I have proof. Proof? You're gonna show other people that message and be like, look what she accused me of. Like, did you not read the message? You can't see how sharing such a message is just gonna make you look completely insane? All right, now we're gonna be taking a look at an Instagram post about this situation by JaeBae. All right, here's one of those classic JaeBae montages where she's going through various struggles. In this one, she's crying, and it's got copyrighted music in the background that goes like this. Till it happens to you. Oh, you're throwing up in the car. Till it happens to you. Till it happens to you. I'm a bird. Dude, she has the best montages. At the end of that, when you were rocking back and forth, you looked up to make sure that the camera could see you right there. I wish we could rewind on this reel. Okay, and then here's you laying in the bed. Oh my gosh, okay. If this were actually somebody going through pain, I wouldn't think that it was amusing in the slightest bit. As I told you before, we're going to look at this person's arrest records in a moment. So they actually got arrested for doing things to somebody else. We're spritzing our hair, okay. When it happens to me, I spritz my hair. When it happens to you, I'll draw a terrible picture in a hospital bed. When it happens to you, I'll drink some apple juice. When it happens to you, I'll have some sausage and hash browns. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right, I'm sorry that you're in the hospital. Okay, what? All right, is the music gone? Let's see. No. God, that song is bad. Oh my God, that's bad. Okay, and there's you falling asleep on a bus or something. Okay. All right, is it looping now? Let's see that one clip where she was rocking back and forth, and then she like looked up to make sure that the camera angle was right. Hold on, let's see. Here she is vomiting, I guess. I don't know. There's your foot. Okay, that's good. Thank you for that. Wanna happen to you? Right here, watch. Pay attention to her face at the end of this little clip. She looks up to make sure the camera angle's right. Watch. Right about there. Right. She's like, oh, the camera saw that. Update. I am now safe. My perpetrator is going to be served. I have a chat with police department number. I don't understand. I am safe, and his family and what they've done to me. None of this even makes any sense. I am safe, and his family and what they've done to me will be exposed. What? And I'm not threatening anyone, but that's what God has told me. I thank you all for the help that you've given me, but I no longer need your help. God is in his hands. God is in his hands? What? And what? And you will know my story one day, but for now I need to take a break. I am a survivor of domestic violence, and honestly, when you hear the story, it's going to bring tears to your eyes. Thank you for your support, but at this time I have nothing else to say. Once I'm ready, I will share my story with you. Thank you for everything. I need help more than ever right now. I've been through some of the toughest moments of my life over the past year, physically, emotionally, and mentally, after a severe illness that nearly took my life and dealing with an abusive relationship. I'm finally starting to get the care and support I need. But I'm not out of the woods yet, and right now I'm in a hotel trying to find a way out of this town and away from the danger I've been living in. Is that why you need money from this little fundraiser right here? By the way, this photo was just featured in that montage that we watched. Are you having a bad reaction to that tattoo that you got? Her arm is all red where she just got that fat liberation tattoo. Remember how we started off this quest of fat liberation by getting a tattoo? I don't know if you guys remember that. I remember that. I've had to make some hard decisions and reveal things that I've kept hidden for a long time. Some of what's being posted under my name wasn't even from me. I've been in a toxic, abusive situation for a while, and I'm just starting to find my way back to myself. I don't have family to turn to, and those who are supposed to be there for me are not. Alright, so is it Jake that we're accusing of all this? If you've ever been impacted by my content, or if you have the ability to help, I'm asking for your support now. I have been impacted by your content. Whether that's financial assistance, a place to stay, or just helping me get connected with someone who can. Alright, I'm not trying to make fun of the fact that this person does not have a place to stay. That's not funny at all. That really sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. My safety is the priority right now, and anything you can do will help me take the next step in rebuilding my life. I'll be honest with you, things are uncertain, but I'm fighting. I've been through a lot, and I still have a long road ahead, but I'm not giving up. If you can help, please reach out. I'll get back to you when I can. Thank you for your support and understanding. With gratitude, Jay. So JaeBae is accusing somebody of abusing her or harming her physically. First, we're going to take a look at a recent fundraiser where JaeBae is trying to raise money, and then we're going to take a look at the arrest record showing what she got arrested for. Jalen Chaney is organizing this fundraiser. Thank you for taking the time to read my story. I need you to know the harsh truth behind everything you see. For far too long, I've been forced to hide my pain, burying secrets that nearly cost me my life. I almost died from sepsis. In that moment of desperate clarity, I realized how fragile life truly is, and it's nothing short of a miracle that I'm here today. But surviving sepsis was only the beginning of my battle. For over a year, and even longer in some ways, I've been fighting relentless trauma, isolation, and abuse. I was trapped in a controlling, abusive relationship that drained every part of me, leaving scars that run deep, both physically and emotionally. I was forced to mask my suffering while the public only saw fragments of a life I no longer recognized as my own. After a harrowing hospital stay, I was discharged and placed in a hotel, a temporary refuge that barely shields me from the chaos behind closed doors. Wow, that was nicely worded. Did we have AI write that? A temporary refuge that barely shields me from the chaos behind closed doors? So AI wrote this. Very nice. Reads like a novel. At 28, as a disabled person with no financial safety net and virtually no family to turn to, I now face the impossible task of rebuilding my shattered life. Every day is a struggle to reclaim my voice, to heal physically, mentally, and emotionally, and to piece together a future that feels safe and hopeful. I share all of this not for pity, but for money. Give me your money. Oh wait, no, it says, but to be brutally honest about the cost of my journey and to ask for your help during this critical moment. Oh yeah, so for money. Your support, whether through donations, shares, or words of encouragement, will help me secure short-term housing, cover essential needs, and obtain the legal guidance I urgently require to hold those responsible for my abuse accountable. Okay, so I need to give you money so you can live in a house and then go on to try to hold other people accountable or whatever. Okay? If you're willing to hear more, I'm ready to share the specifics of the terror and betrayal I've endured, details that are as raw as they are painful. More AI. If you reach out to me privately, Okay, I'm gonna have to reach out to JaeBae and ask her what happened. I refuse to let the darkness that's haunted me remain hidden any longer. Every single bit of support matters. Every dollar, every kind word, every share of my story is a step towards reclaiming my life and shining a light on the injustices that I and countless others have suffered in silence. Thank you for standing by me in this battle. I promise that as I heal, I will continue to fight, not just for my own future, but for every voice that has been silenced by abuse and neglect. Together, we can build a community of unwavering strength, hope, and justice. With all my gratitude and determination, Jay. Okay, so more claims that somebody is harming her and she's being held down and put in this very unfavorable, terrible situation. Now we're going to get to the part of the video that you've all been waiting for. The arrest records showing what JaeBae was actually arrested for. Alright, on February 28th at 4:20, she was arrested for assault 3, which is a Class C felony. Then she got criminal trespass, which is a gross misdemeanor, which is the level just below felony. A gross misdemeanor is the worst type of misdemeanor you can get before it becomes a felony. And then you also got arrested for obstructing law enforcement. Of course. Is that what that OFC stands for? Of course you did. And resisting arrest. And she got arrested for interfering with a healthcare facility. Misuse of 911 system. And another good old-fashioned criminal trespass to wrap it up. Alright, so all of those stories that JaeBae had about being the victim of people harming her and this, that, and the other thing, she actually got arrested for assault, trespassing, resisting arrest, misuse of the 911 system. Okay, so did you call 911 and accuse other people of harming you when you were actually the one harming them? I'm just asking. That's not a formal accusation. I'm not saying this person did or didn't do any of these things. These are all just allegations that have not yet been proven in a court of law. But from first glance, it appears to me that perhaps JaeBae is the one that was doing bad things to somebody else, and that's why they were arrested. That's what it looks like anyway. If that's the case, that's really messed up that you accused this person of doing all the things that you were actually doing to them. Hopefully the truth is revealed through the court proceedings. It looks like she was actually released. When I checked this a few days ago, it did not show this, but it says here that she was released by court on March 4th. So she was in there from the 28th to the 4th, although it says criminal trespass happened on 2/26. Either way, if she accused somebody else of doing all the messed up stuff that she did, that's messed up. So what do you think of this story? Do you think that JaeBae actually abused somebody else, like the arrest records say? Is she talking about Jake? And how many thousands of dollars are you going to donate to her GoFundMe? Leave a comment below. Happy Thursday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of bird.